This is Judy from Patterns for Pirates, and I'm here to talk about what fabric choices I love for the new cozy set. I'm going to do these together since we're putting them out together, and I'll talk about the differences between any kind of fabric choices you might want to make as well. I put these out as kind of a loungewear set, but you can make either of them on their own and make them not loungewear, of course. Most of the fabrics I have here are loungewear inspired, since that's what I drafted it for. But if you pick something that's dressier or nicer, it can easily go from loungewear to date night or business wear very easily. All right, let's jump in. My very, very favorite is a brushed sweater knit. This one I picked up for my daughter. This is an alpaca sweater knit. It's super, super soft. It's medium weight. I like light to medium weight because I live in a hot climate. If you live somewhere colder, you might want a little bit thicker. But this is a nice medium weight brushed alpaca sweater knit. Most sweater knits are going to have really good stretch horizontally. The pants are quite fitted at the top from the waist all the way through the hip. They're quite fitted, so you do need something with a good amount of stretch. At least 50%. And that waistband actually needs a little bit more, especially if you want the high rise. So you need that very fitted waistband to get over your hips. You're gonna probably need at least 75% stretch for that. So if you pick something that only has 50% for your main, you can always just add a different waistband. That's what I did here for my daughters. I have this lovely poly rayon blend French terry. It also works really well for both the top and the bottom, but it didn't have that much stretch, only about 50% stretch. So I used this little pink for the waistband. It's actually also a poly rayon French terry, but it just happens to have more stretch. It had about 75% stretch. And so this one stretched over her hips much easier. All right, so we've named two, the sweater knit and the rayon French terry. Both of those give a beautiful soft drape to the pants. The shirt ties at the waist. It is loose on the back. And so if you want the back to be drapey, then you'll want to pick something with a nice amount of drape. Otherwise, the top is really versatile because it does tie in at the waist. It crosses over. It's going to give you a lot of shape no matter what fabric you pick. The pants flare out from the hip, so if you want them to drape down and look thinner at your ankle, then you're going to want to pick something with high drape. If you want them to bell out and make the flare more noticeable, you'll pick something more stable. All right, let's move on. I have some fun waffle knits. This is a normal waffle knit. You just have to make sure it has good stretch. And then this one is a brushed sweater knit, so it's a little thicker, a little cozier, a little warmer, but again, it has a nice amount of stretch. Both of those would be super cute, super on trend right now. Let's see. I have a gorgeous ribbed knit here. This is like a poly rayon blend. It's not very thick. But once again, I live in Texas. I've said that so much in these fabric videos. So thinner is fine for us because most of the year it's pretty warm. So even in the winter time, it just doesn't quite ever get that cold here. And so thin is okay for us. But also, you know, if you're making them for spring or fall, somewhere in the colder, this is super soft. It's going to be super drapey, and it's going to look really cute. The rib knits are really on trend right now. All of these so far would make a fabulous top that you could pair with jeans as well. Even the ones that are more loungewear inspired, like the brushed waffle knit, absolutely could pair with a pair of jeans and booties for a regular sweater. Okay. This is another sweater knit. This is a ribbed sweater knit. It's a brushed rib sweater knit. Super, super cozy since it's brushed. The ribbed is really cute and on trend. The sweater knit is nice and soft, and it's got a ton of stretch. Sweater knit usually has a ton of stretch, so it's really safe if you're buying it online and you're worried about it not having enough stretch. Waffle tends to be a little bit harder if you're buying it online and they don't say the stretch percentages. You have to be a little bit more careful with that. And the French terry. Sometimes they'll come in and not have enough stretch. Sweater knit, ribbed knits usually are very, very stretchy. Even if they don't say how much stretch they have online, it's a pretty safe bet if you're going for sweater knit or rib knit. All right, some other ones. I have a double brushed poly here. These would make a lovely pair. They're not quite as thick and warm and cozy as the sweater knits and brushed waffle knits and things, but it's still brushed, so it's still quite warm. The poly tends to keep in heat, and so that adds to the warmth. And plus it's really easy to find. Always has really good stretch, so you could use it for the whole thing, waistband included. So I plan on making this adorable tie-dye set. Another really easy one to find is cotton spandex. Depending on the weight of the cotton spandex will depend on the drapeability of it. The thicker cotton spandex, the less drape it will have. So your pants will kind of hold that flare and kind of look more bell-bottomy. And the top, you wrap and you tie the top, so you'll still have plenty of shape in the front, but the back hangs loose. So your back piece will be a little bit boxier if you mind that. I think it would look fine. I wouldn't mind wearing a cotton spandex one myself, and I know my daughter wouldn't for sure. I tend to have a lot of cotton spandex for my daughter, so it would be fine in the pants or the top. Cotton tends to be very breathable, so if you live somewhere where it does get warm, or maybe you turn the heat on and you get a little bit sweaty if you're wearing poly fabric, so hold in the heat, cotton spandex would be a lovely breathable option. The last one I'm going to mention is you can absolutely use something slinky if you want. It's just going to give you a different look. The pants are going to kind of drape straight down instead of flaring out, and the same as the top. The top will drape down towards your bottom, and the puff sleeves won't look quite as dramatic in a slinky knit, but if you're getting into warmer weather, or you live where it's super warm, or you just like silky pajamas, you know, I love a pair of silky pajamas. This is a single brushed poly. It's very, very slinky. I'm going to name a few other ones that kind of have all the same similar feel and drape. Is rayon spandex, modal, bamboo, itty. All of these are super slinky, super drapey, tend to be a little bit lighter weight. And those would all work fine. The pants will just be slinky and drapey and more lightweight. Since we're heading into winter, I tend to think of these warmer, cozier fabrics, but this would be a super comfortable pair of pants. For the top, since it is a wrap top, it might not give you that cardigan feel if you want to wear it like a cardigan, but I have a short sleeve option on there, and it would be a super cute top for warmer weather in this lighter weight fabric. Another really fun fabric that you could do is a stretch velvet. You could get a regular stretch velvet, crushed stretched velvet. Those are really fun, especially for loungewear, but you could wear the top in a velvet for a really nice outfit, really. It would be super adorable with some booties and jeans. Another option would be ponte for the pants. A nylon ponte would make fabulous high-waisted pants in these, and you could wear them for business wear and you would be super comfortable. So just a few more options to throw out there for nicer dress wear or date night wear, girls night out, whatever you're doing that you want to look a little nicer. Those are some options. I'm sure I have not named all the options that you could find in your stash or your fabric store, but I hope it gives you some inspiration and ideas to go digging through your stash or clicking through your favorite online shop. And I cannot wait to see what you pick, what you pair with the cozy set, and see it sewn up. Don't forget to share with us. We love to see it. Bye, guys.